everyone. Hi, Carls.
Hey, Em. We're back.
We're back. And today on the Bali Insiders podcast, we are going to be interviewing Vanessa and Sarah from Bali Event Hire, who have an incredible rental furniture business here in Bali for events. So I have worked with them for a very, very long time and they have a great business. So we're very excited to share it with you all today.
Yes, we're going to ask them all about how their business started, how it's grown over the past 10 years, and how they manage having a business in Bali when they actually live in Melbourne.
Yep, amazing. Welcome, Sarah and Vanessa from Bali Event Hire. Thanks for coming. Thanks for having us.
We're super excited to have you ladies on our show, but we need to start with our fast five. So you can either answer separately or together.
You answer separately. Actually, you'll just answer each other. We're a married couple, so let's just go. I'm excited.
Or you can say the first thing that comes to your mind and we'll see if it's the same thing.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I think we already know what's going to happen.
Don't we? Yeah, the same person. When did you first visit Bali?
25 years ago.
Yeah, about 25 years ago, girls' trip. Yeah, in my low
Bad boyfriend.
Yeah, bad boyfriend. Yeah, different separate thing. What is your favourite area of Bali? Brawa. Yeah, that's where it all started. That's where we still are. Yeah. What's your favourite restaurant in Bali?
La Luciola.
Yeah, never changed. Always.
We're old school.
Yeah. Old school. Yeah. No Wi-Fi. No one's working there. It's just the same beautiful sitting on the menu. Yeah, exactly. What's your favourite local food? So boring. Chicken nasi goreng. I'm the same. We'd love to say something more interesting, but it's the truth. Yeah.
Gotta love it. It's the best.
Yes. Yeah. And what do you love most about Bali?
The energy and the people.
The energy, the people. Yeah. Our staff, the people.
Yeah. It's a feeling, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's an energetic feeling here.
Yeah. It's the weather, it's the feeling, it's the people.
Yeah. It certainly is.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a chat today about your beautiful business and your time here. But I know this story because we work together a lot. But for everyone listening, can you take us back to where Bali Event Hire started?
Yeah, sure.
So it was 10 years ago. In fact, it's nearly 11 now, isn't it?
It is, yeah, nearly 11.
So Sarah and I were here organising a really big party at beautiful Addisonback, and we're all an amazing venue, and everything was amazing, you know, as it is in the event world here. Venue, DJ, food, flowers, had it all. Everything.
Was it a personal event?
Yes. Yeah. And it was ace. Like, we were so happy. And then we were like, okay, talk to us about chairs and tables. And then out came the Tiffany chair.
Yeah.
And then...
Or the satin covered slip.
Yes, with the bow on the back.
From a hotel.
Yeah. And then there was also the trestle table with the shiny tablecloth. And obviously that wasn't going to happen, was it?
No.
So we said, okay, that's great, but what else is there? No, there's nothing. There is literally nothing. This is it. This is it. And we said, that's true. We said, we're just going to go and do some research. So we went back and Googled. There was nothing, like absolutely nothing.
As in hire places?
No, there was no furniture that you could hire anywhere.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, well, why don't we, for this party, just get some tables and chairs made? So with these beautiful teak tables, which incidentally are still our best sellers, and some bentwood chairs, because it was just a party for 40 people. And we did the big long table, which no one did then. No tablecloths. So it looked amazing.
Beautiful.
And then we kind of thought, do you know what? This is maybe...
Well, actually, it was the event planner who said... everybody loves your photos. Can I buy these chairs or can I rent these chairs? Or why don't you girls rent them to other people and start a business? And we were like, we live in Australia. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then we started looking into it. We thought, okay, we're just going to have a click to cart and do chairs and people can rent them. And then we started getting bookings and people needed 70 chairs and 80 chairs and tables and chairs and cocktail furniture.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we're in deep now. We have to move.
We did have to write a business plan though, because we talked about it with our husbands, and they're like, you know, this is a great idea, but let's see your business plan. So we had to do annual analysis and all that stuff, which is fine because we've done
competitive analysis on nothing.
Honestly, nothing.
I think I contributed one bit to the business plan.
No, I 100% did the business plan.
Yeah, you did,
and
we all have different strengths.
We do. And anyway, just before we knew it, kind of
we had all these bookings, and then we said we actually need to move now
because it's too much.
Yeah, people want to meet us and see us, and
at that point you had kids.
Yeah,
little kids,
and our husbands can kind of work anywhere, and they were like, okay, we'll commute.
Let's do it.
Yeah. They were, I think we had like a preppy and a kinder, so it was the right time.
Yeah.
Because they were just great. Great. Let's move to Bali. So
we did,
and we literally turned up to our first wedding in Sanua and watched people sit on our chairs, and we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and you're like, we've done this.
Yeah. Someone might have been having a margarita behind the bush. We were actually.
Yeah, we were so proud of ourselves. So you moved the whole families over, relocated, and then started building.
Yeah, recruiting, building furniture. And we just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think, because it was such a great idea.
Yeah.
And, you come over here and you apply all this kind of Western rigor to, a looser environment. And suddenly it just grew and grew and grew.
Mm-hmm.
We got really good staff early, which was so important, which we've still got now.
Yeah.
And, we took tiny spaces with furniture that didn't work. And then eventually we took big warehouses, had shelving built, bought trucks instead of rented them.
Yeah.
And moved forward.
So you slowly just built up the inventory.
It was really organic.
Found warehouses to store everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rented the trucks first. Bought the trucks.
We built a showroom. That was like a really big thing because no one had a showroom. We were just like, we're going to invest. And we were talking about this the other night because that was kind of our really big first investment, wasn't it?
Huge, yeah.
Which was a bit of a risk, but it's still beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just a space too that people can go and touch and feel.
Correct.
And that's so important for brides and grooms.
Yeah.
And I think that was because people wanted to come and see the furniture and make sure it was real before they booked us.
Yeah.
And then we were standing in a dusty warehouse saying, I know it looks like this now, but it'll be beautiful on the day.
Visualize.
It's not hot and dirty, and we couldn't meet properly. And they were like, you know what, we need a space.
Yeah.
So
and I think it's part of especially a bride's journey, right?
Yeah.
That's fun to go in and taste the wine and taste the food.
Yeah.
See the furniture.
Excited. And bring your mum and bring your bridesmaid and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, we were doing things we can get other suppliers to come in and do mock-ups and table settings and things like that. So it's like a really nice home for wedding planners. A lot of wedding planners work either remotely or from cafes or from home.
Yeah.
And suddenly we're saying you can use the space too. Come in, meet people. Bring the florist. Do whatever you want to.
And we'll swap over the furniture. So for brides, I kind of like the white table and I like these two chairs. We'll bring them all in and we'll swap them out for you and you can have a look.
Take some photos, see what you think. And that was the best thing we ever did.
So for the first part, you're living here.
Yeah.
Full time. Yeah. Expanding. But you did relocate back to Australia after 3 years, was it?
Yeah, about 3. Everything was just up and running really smoothly.
Yeah.
And the kids got bigger and we've got dancers and sport kids and they just wanted to be at home.
Yeah.
We had their names down at schools and we thought, okay, we can relocate to Melbourne and just commute. It's 5 hours. We can do this and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And it was great. It's been great.
So how did you find running the business remotely? And
No, fine, but we have working days, right? So we do everything, we're still working full time. Do you know what I mean? So we usually do 3 or 4 days together for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then we do our own things in between. But it's not a loose thing. We do have to focus on, especially in busy season. We work on it properly. Yeah. And because of the world is now WhatsApps, it's constant.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at WhatsApps and so
it's a life of
that is a lot. Yeah. And with the time difference as well. So, but no, it works really well. And we come here usually probably every 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Yes.
Which is...
And always together?
Always. We've never come separately.
Why do you think they are not related?
We're not related, but also
not related. They're not twins.
They are. No, we're really good. We've been friends for a really long time.
Soul sisters.
Yeah, we are. We absolutely are.
So you always travel over here together. And do you have separate roles within the business?
We do. We do. But the reason we come together is because a lot of what we've done and we continue to do is based on a feeling. So if we weren't together, we couldn't say, what do you think?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's what do you think? Oh, I think that's a good idea or a bad idea. So we have to, even though we do separate things, we need to be together when we're here.
Yeah. And so how did you create the ranges? How did you initially come up with all the different concepts? Was it demand? Were people asking for it?
So personal to begin with,
feelings.
Like we just initially started with, okay, what do we like?
Yes,
we know,
what do we want to
and
see
we
at
started
our
with the
event?
classics, you know, band chairs, crossback chairs, all of the big sellers, which is nothing to go off. No, it's wedding. People like white. And then I guess as we started meeting wedding planners and venues, we said, what are people asking you for? That's really important. The planners tell us, you know, we're always asking you, aren't we? Do people still like white? Do people like black? What are people asking for? And if enough people told us the same thing, we're like, right, let's make some samples. This is what people are interested in now. So just completely organic.
And where are you getting everything made? Is it in Bali? Or?
Everything's local. And that's always been part of our story. Like, you know, sure, if we got stuff made in China, it would be much cheaper. And probably the quality control would be easier, much more robust.
I know.
But, you know, this is our story. And most of our suppliers we've had for our entire relationship. So our main guy who is in Java, so he does, you know, a certain amount of our chairs. And then like a lot of our rattan stuff and, you know, like our little personality pieces. We literally have the guys around the corner, you know, and you know.
And how did you go about finding them? Like
all organic,
not giving away the secrets?
No. Well, this is an ongoing challenge. So there is no secret. But
It's just pounding the pavement.
It's often our staff because they know who's who. And you know what the Balinese like? It's an energy thing, right? So they'll go, I've seen this in this shop. I'm just going to go and see how it feels. And if they like them, then they'll get a sample because we can't say that chair's amazing. Let's use that supplier without our staff going, they don't feel right.
Feeling on time.
It's not good quality. We rely on our staff now to say this is not going to last. It's not going to work.
And of course, price rise. It's better to send the locals into the local price rises.
But that's probably our key challenge is samples, isn't it? Samples. It is a comedy show. Right. Like they're in the middle of the comedy show now because we're end of season doing samples for new range. We've just received a black chair and a white chair. They're exactly the same style, and they've come out as very different people. And we hold the photos up, and we're like, okay, so this is the tall guy and the short guy. This is the brief. And this is what we got. And they just, you know, and we say, do you see they're a little bit different?
No, exactly the same.
No,
the same. So that actually leads us on to our next question is what have been your biggest challenges? Because certainly I'm sure you make it look easy with your beautiful website and your catalogs, but anybody who's done business in Bali knows that it's never that smooth. So obviously we've touched on the sampling is Look, I think we say this all the time. We've been to a lot of brick walls, as everybody did. And I think if we didn't have each other, we would have probably given up.
And a sense of humour.
Because we both got a sense of humour and we both went, okay, another brick wall. That's funny. Here you go again. Let's walk around it. And just, I guess it was everything. It was setting up the business. It was staff. It was legalities. It was the banking, as you know,
and also being women, right? You know what it's like. So we can't do any of the negotiation with landlords or anything like that. You just have to take a step back because culturally it's inappropriate, right? And you're not going to get anywhere. So we've just learned how to be respectful to how they operate
and how it works best.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Has to do this. So, I guess, it was the legalities and the business stuff, setting up the business stuff.
And trying to navigate your way through that.
And find out what's truthful information.
And that's hard, isn't it?
Because 10 different people tell you 10 different stories with this is the absolute truth.
And I think that's why making relationships on the island is so important. Because, you know, we all know you share information and you work out who you can trust and who you can, you know, confide in.
The more you talk,
and everybody supports one another, and I think that, you know, you try and navigate it all together.
And I guess that's been the same with recruitment. In fact, it was my background. We thought we're going to find our staff. We're going to interview people. We need to see a resume. We quickly realised that's not what's going to happen. Our first couple of staff that were fantastic, they're recruiting their own people.
Because they pick up on things that we don't. And they'll have an interview and there'll be something about their face that they don't like, you know, or they come from the wrong culture, or
there's going to be conflict.
and we don't understand that. So everyone is someone's uncle or neighbor or cousin or brother.
Yeah, we're a big family, like literally. My staff is the same. We have cousins and sisters. And
Someone's wife is washing the cushions. It's they have to recruit their own people because we often say, "Oh, we like that guy," and they're like, "No, lazy." And we're like, "Okay, well, we didn't know because we're not delivering furniture with him." You have to tell us what's going on because
and especially that you're not here full time.
We've got an amazing Annie who runs our business who we recruited when she was 9 months pregnant. She was 9 months pregnant, and she said, "I don't want the job."
And we said yes, but we think you kind of do.
After the baby comes out, we feel like you're going to come back to us. And she's like, "I don't think I am." And we just
the third baby,
and we kept pushing because we're like, "She's our lady."
You
just knew. And she is.
And she is your lady.
Oh my God, she's unbelievable.
She's our everything.
Everything. I mean, if anything had happened to Annie, we just don't. She's everything.
Well, you need those key people that you can.
And we just look after them like they are our,
work
gifts.
And I think that's another thing with staffing and recruitment and stuff here as well. You know, people come and think, we can do it really cheaply, or we can. And it's not like if you want good staff, you want people to stay, and you want that loyalty. You've got to look after them. And so you should.
Otherwise, they treat it like a job, and then they'll just go to the next job. But if it's a family and it's a community, and that's why in the beginning we were doing Christmas parties, and they don't celebrate Christmas, but it was just a bit of fun. And then everyone felt like we were a family. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff, funny stuff.
We should do Christmas parties again.
I know.
We should. They were really fun.
They were fun. And the whitewater rafting, when no one speaks English. And the party boat. Where was that? The bounty cruise, the bounty.
The big yellow boat
with the rust. We've done it all.
We have done it all.
Lots of fun things. But we've had the best time.
And we often see on their phones that we're their screensavers.
Oh,
well, my God, you're on the screen.
On the bounty cruise.
And in our good they've got photos of us up on them.
Oh,
I know. So what have been the best parts of growing the business? Obviously the relationships with the staff have been great, but what else have been your biggest, proudest achievements, or the things that you enjoyed about building the business the most?
I think generally just creating something. I mean, we come from families where our husbands are entrepreneurs as well. So creating things, that you created. This is, and we look back and we're like, this was nothing. And now it's this amazing business. We get to combine all the creativity, because there's so many different elements. There's all the business stuff, but then it's a really creative job. It's very visual and and lots of heart and soul. And I just think we're really proud of ourselves. And also I think because, as we said before, we turned up to every wedding and hid in the bushes to start with, and we're pinching ourselves. This is our furniture. Someone's paid us to deliver this. This is incredible.
Our idea.
We still get excited. Down the road, we've done a driveway of a villa. We often sneak in if we think something's going to be really beautiful. And we're still blown away by the magic. Even though it might be the same chairs we had 10 years ago. And it's magical. It's incredible. And then just when you think you haven't met the most talented planner or creative person, then they figure something else out. And you're like, look what they did with our
It's mental, isn't it? What they can do here. I mean, the creativity on this island is insane. And you would feel that too, Ems. You just get wowed all of the time, don't you? Wedding days are the best. And it's show day. The day that, it all comes to life, and you get shivers talking about it.
And everything's possible.
Why you love it.
That's the thing, is that everything is possible.
Sarah was saying, she's like, if in
Bali, the end, because it's the last question.
It's the tip.
I was giving up materials.
Don't give up the tip. Don't give up the tip. Sorry.
Can't. It happened to the whole thing.
That's it. The business is.
We split up that day.
At least we've got it all on camera.
The
finale.
For the finale.
You'd miss me too.
I've got a question actually. Sorry, because I know you're going to.
I'm going to.
How many weddings do you do a year? Okay, so or event. We like to say pre-COVID. So we had our best year the year before the COVID year. And we did just over 800 events.
Wow.
Now, not all of them are weddings.
Yes.
Some are pre-parties, post-parties,
And 40ths, whatever.
little things, big things, but actually delivered to 800 events.
Wow.
And as we like to say, and it's a lot of tables, chairs.
Yeah,
a
it's a lot of tables.
Yeah, it's our tag. A lot of cushions.
A lot of tables, chairs, and love.
Right? And this year we're just doing our wrap-up because this is our wrap-up trip. And we're really surprised.
We're really close
We're
to being
pretty close to our best year.
Yeah, it has been crazy.
It's mental.
this year.
We're really, last year we're like, oh, yeah, it's back, but is it back? This year we're like, it's back. It's back.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And next year's going to be insane.
So which is the next question is we've had 10, almost 11 years of Bali Event Hire. What are we expecting in the future? Do you have plans to move back here? Do you have plans to grow? Are we going to see you open an Australian business?
Well, we get that a lot. We do get that a lot. Why don't you do this in Australia? It's done really well.
Yeah.
It's oversaturated in Melbourne. And also, we wouldn't get to get on a plane and leave the dishwasher behind, you know? Yeah. And also, we're in a place with no OH&S. We couldn't do this in Australia. Anything goes here. And we couldn't start again. And that's the way we like it. Well, we always say innovate or die, as everyone says in a business. So this year we've just focused on trying to get back to, where we were.
Yeah.
And now we've got really great plans to kind of go next level and in different ways. So we are doing a lot of different things. We are going completely online with all our inventory software and all that, which is a giant job.
Big job.
Giant. And in fact, we dream about spreadsheets. It's upsetting, isn't it? Yeah. I never thought we'd be data entry operators. Yeah. So we did a lot of research. We found this really good software. We're now training our local staff. So you can imagine how hilarious that is.
Those sessions have been fun.
Yes. So we're doing that, which will actually change the business.
Yeah.
Because all of, it's all real time and the reporting is going to be amazing. And we're just trying to clean everything up.
Yes.
We're doing all, going through all of our, both our gudungs and doing all new storage. And we're just trying to get everything streamlined.
Yeah.
We've got a new website, which we're about to launch, which is exciting.
Which is a big job too.
Huge. Huge. We're doing our new lookbook.
Great.
And we're going to do some new recruiting and clean up. It's a lot.
Clean up a lot.
Yeah. But we're just trying to tie everything up into a nice package. Not that we're, wanting to go anywhere, but we just want to go to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think after the years that have been, like the last kind of 18 months, it's been coming back, it's been building back, and it's just been kind of getting it done.
Yes.
And so now I think for all of us in the industry, it's like, probably just all of us, it's at a point now where you can do that.
Yes.
Like, it's all about
the
optimizing and
saying, right, because
for sure.
probably the website we would have done 3 years ago.
Yes.
We didn't know what was going to happen. And now we feel really confident. We're like, absolutely, we're investing in new furniture and new shelving and a new website because this hasn't gone anywhere. In fact, it's
Yeah.
So,
And we have no plans on going anywhere else. We'll be here in
No, we love it. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah. We wouldn't want to do this anywhere else.
Bali Insiders podcast is proudly sponsored by Lighthouse Studios right here in Bali.
This space has been specifically designed for entrepreneurs, podcasters, coaches, and educators of all kinds. You can record podcasts just like ours, as well as masterclasses, social media content, and so much more.
They have awesome customizable studios to choose from. And most importantly, they take care of absolutely everything. The cameras, the microphones, the lights, even if you wish, the editing. They make it so easy.
And as well as the studios, they have a co-working cafe and some of the best food and coffee on the island of Bali. We highly recommend that you come in for a tour and have a chat about how you can create your own epic video and audio content.
You can visit them on Instagram at Lighthouse Studios Bali or jump on their website, wearelight.house.
So in the future, can you ever see yourself moving back here full time, or do you love having the two lives between Melbourne and Bali, a little bit of city and a little bit of island?
We love a dual life, don't we? Mm-hmm. We feel really lucky that we've got the balance right now. Yeah. And our families are happy. Yeah, I want to be in Melbourne at the moment for the last few years of their schooling.
Yeah.
and we just feel like we can come anytime.
Yep. So you can drop on over.
We're always available. Really fresh, doesn't it? And it keeps us really passionate.
Yes.
You know, because when we get here, we basically work from morning 6 o'clock in the morning until we put our jammies on at 9, and we get really excited and say, right, we go home. These are all the things we have to focus on.
Yeah. And what does life look like when you come back over to Bali every 6 weeks? Do you stay together? Do you stay at the same place every time?
Yeah, same room. We share the same room. You bring the hair straightener. I bring the hair straightener. She carries my passport at the airport. She fills out all my forms. I'm her husband. She's thought we have a complete system. Yeah. And then I annoy her every day. Yep. She tells me to calm down. It's just,
it's the same. And how long do you come back for each time?
Usually 7 or 8 nights, depending. Yeah. And then we just, you wouldn't believe what happens. Squeezing.
I can imagine, like, I used to do that for the first 4 years of my business too. So when I came over, it was like 10 days of like 5 appointments a day.
Yeah. And you didn't pack bathers, did you?
And then, no.
Everyone thinks we're sunbaking.
No.
Everyone thinks you're doing that all the time. Yeah. Like,
I haven't been in the pool for months.
The pool? Who would go in the pool? No, I've been to the beach, actually. Jules says that all the time. He's always like, I live in Bali and I haven't been to the beach for months.
Yeah.
I'm like, too busy. Too busy. I know. People used to say, you've been in Bali, where's your tan? It's like, tan are talking about? I've been locked in the studio photographing. Yeah.
Been in a warehouse.
Photographing tables that have the wrong number of flags, you know. Sitting on the funny and to the rat and being
on.
I know.
Yeah.
Any new bars, girls, where you were there? Like, I don't know. We were working. We don't know.
Yeah, so good though. So good you've created the balance between the two areas, and so nice for people to see, because I think we often interviewed people who live here full time, and it's really nice because that may be people have aspirations to, I want to have a business in Bali and think, but the thought of relocating their whole family may be a bit much. So it's nice to be able to see that you've that
it's possible.
And
I think that's the beauty of Bali, right? Because possibility is endless.
Yeah, true.
And you can make anything happen. And you can start a business, absolutely. But you have to do the right thing from the start and do your homework. Make sure that you're all, you've got all your ducks lined up.
Yeah. And put the hard yards in it.
Correct. Oh, absolutely. And I think that's where we're lucky at the time. When your kids, as you both know, when they're little, you can say, make anything sound fun.
Yeah.
We're moving to Bali. Now they'd be like, you're not taking me. When I'm going to my friends, and my school, and so it was the right timing because they were little, and we just bought cats and bunnies and things. And we came from different fountains and tried to make it work.
Yeah,
and then I guess it was just getting the right people to say, okay, I think we can leave them here for a little bit.
Yeah,
and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. So nice. Well, we love it. We love your business. We love your furniture. We love seeing the events all.
Thanks, Karlie.
Set up. And we can't wait to see what you ladies are bringing forth in the next decade of Bali Event Hire.
Thanks. I certainly can't wait.
Very exciting.
You're off on our Instagram.
We can't wait to see what we're going to do either.
We never know. I never know what's going to happen. There's no next business plan. We didn't write anything. It's just, it happens.
I might write one. Now you're just doing the development and the growing and the, reaping the rewards of the hard work of the first decade.
And I think just excited to be back because we honestly thought, what if what if this business, what if people don't go back to Bali? That was the coming back on that first trip.
Yeah.
Was like, I was nervous. We were really nervous.
I remember, remember we had a chat in the middle of COVID and you were like, what do you think's happening? And I was like, it's coming back.
Yeah, you did. You were really positive.
I'm like, but I still wasn't sure.
No.
And you're like, really? Do you think we still have the business? And I'm like, yes, I think we do.
It was so stressful, wasn't it?
And so stressful.
People are emailing saying, is our credit note still valid? It's like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is. And of course they were, but it was. We came back and our staff were crying and we're like, okay, this has been
because we kept them on the whole of COVID. Which well done to you because it's a hard time to keep.
Yeah.
We had to event businesses alive.
Well, how were they going to look after their families? So it was no brainer, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And thank goodness because you wouldn't want to be rehiring now. Also, it pays off for you to look after your
own. Absolutely. To walk back in and see everybody was the best,
and be able to hit the ground running. Just the business straight.
Everything's going to be
Well, you ladies should be super proud. I mean, it's a great story.
Thank you, Karlie.
Great business, great story, and really inspiring to see that, you're making it work between the two countries.
Yeah. We are. So anything's possible. Yeah.
And we end all of our interviews with your best Bali tips. So you're about to say it now.
Yes, it's Sarah's. Over to you. Okay. I say, if the answer is no in Bali, you haven't asked the question the right way.
Oh, that is so good.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yes. That is a great.
And you just have to apply it everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Find another way to ask the question. Yeah. See what the answer is next time.
Yeah.
And I always say trust the universe. Yeah. Because it's all about the universe, and what you put in, you definitely get back. Yeah. Do the right thing, and everything will be a nice human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bali Juju.
Yeah, totally.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's
absolutely. We'll tell you about our ghosts that we had to talk to last night. And the universe.
The ghost story later.
The bloopers reel. Stories. Yeah, exactly. And Evan and Sarah's haunted story. Yeah. They're real.
New podcast.
Yeah. It's a real thing. We could start a podcast.
Actually, you two should start a podcast.
It would be hilarious. We would be hilarious. We talk over each other. It wouldn't all the time. Yeah. No, just finish each other's sentences. That's what I always love. It's just like constantly like finishing each other. Well, that's we've had the same driver also for 10 years. And when we got in the car, he was laughing at the airport and he said, I miss the chat. Yeah, and we have our own language, like a proper language that no one would understand. And we always know what she'll say, when we went to the place that, the blue door that they just painted. Remember, actually, we saw that dog. Remember the dog? We were feeling really sorry for it. We're going like this. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Just checking you remember.
Yeah. Which is why we can't come alone. Because to go home and relay anything that happens in Bali is simply impossible.
No one gets it.
Being here and feeling it together. Yeah, but also we often say, this is a really funny story, wait till we tell our husbands, and then we get home and say,
don't worry about it.
You weren't there, so
don't worry. It won't translate. Don't worry about it.
So just don't worry.
I'll ring Sarah. Don't worry about it.
We'll talk about it.
Love it. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. We love having you here, hearing your story, and anybody looking for great Bali furniture for their event, talk to us. We know where to go.
Yeah. All contact details in the show notes as per usual. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. That was an awesome chat. The girls are hilarious.
Hilarious. So fun. And how awesome to see them juggling the business between living in Australia and visiting Bali.
Yeah, very, very cool.
So if you're having a wedding or a party and you need awesome furniture, there's furniture, there's other little bits and pieces of styling. Jump on their website, have a look. They have, I think they said 10,000 different items. Yeah. So all there for all your party needs in Bali.
So everything will be in the show notes. Jump on our socials. Check out what's coming up next on our podcast.
Give us a follow on YouTube.
Yep.
But until next time, we will see you for the next episode.
Bye.